In this video, I'd like to introduce you to the assignment I will include in Week 1 online of purchasing. After you have looked at the overview and the checklist and know what your expectations are for the week, your next step was to read Chapter 13 in your textbook. Then, as you went through the lesson content I've provided, the Meat Buyer's Guide should have overly emphasized the idea of having meat purchase specifications that are nationwide, and that no matter what company you're ordering from, if they have a reference to the Meat Buyer's Guide with a NAMP number, you know exactly what you're getting. There are specifications already built for it. Otherwise, the sky's the limit as far as how much different variety you can find in meat products for purchasing. As the purchaser, what is our responsibility? Is it to purchase the meat that is ordered, or to determine the quality and the specifications that our individual customers are expecting? In this module, we're going to continue on assuming our role is purchasing what is ordered, not determining the quality and specification. However, before you can purchase meat, you do need to know about meat. So I have included some information on grading beef, as well as information on the different types of labels that you'll see associated with beef products. Continuing on, I've included food service cut sheets for beef, veal, lamb, and pork. These will help you identify the different types of cuts and where they come from the animal. Moving on, I included a video on purchasing meats where I walked through our Cisco purchasing site and showed you the vast variety there is of meats available. Following are all the pricing guides, similar to what I've already handed out to you in the beginning of the semester. Here it is on beef. There's frozen beef items, veal, there's some additional veal items. I also included as a sample to show you if you were ordering directly from a purveyor, from a butcher, what their cut sheet might look like. This I thought was a great example here to show you somewhere other than Cisco to purchase your meat products from. I also then have a lamb pricing sheet for you and a pork pricing guide. Remember, these are all PDFs that you can download and save. I would highly recommend doing so for this assignment. I'm going to continue on to show you down in the assignments here. Hopefully, and some of you have definitely already jumped on this discussion topic, your quiz is here and readily available for you. And then here is where you will find this assignment. You must have found this, or else you would not be watching this video. Within this assignment, you will see the following attachment. This is set up as 4 pages. The first sheet you will see to the left. This is your meat purchasing price sheet. You have done this many times with all the other areas that we've worked with. Here you can list the products, and I'm leaving this up to you. What products do you want to list? I'd highly recommend you use the products that are on the requisition on the file. Once you save this document, you can go up to View and select Edit, or go right into the document editing it, depending on how you save it. You should be able to highlight all of these items and copy and paste them right into your product list. Then the next step is up to you. You need to look onto your pricing guides. So let's look at our first item here and actually walk through this. So we have a beef eye round choice, referring to the grade. It has a NAMP certification, so it's pretty specific as to what we're looking for. The amount that's ordered is 12 5-pound averages, but let's first see if we can find this product. So I'm going to pull up, this is the Beef Cisco Pricing Guide that I included in Lesson 1, Learning Content. Here you can see the product names. I'm looking for that eye round, so I'm going to go ahead and look down. Here I see Beef Eye of Round Choice with that NAMP number that I'm looking for. I do see down below Beef Eye Round Choice, but it is missing that NAMP number, which means I don't know exactly what the product is I'm going to be getting. So here I have the item that I'm looking for. What I could do is highlight this and copy this information, hopefully right into my sheet. Otherwise, go ahead and just record it yourself. Again, you've saved this document now, you can edit it. So I would take this, 15 5-pound averages is what I would be purchasing. So I'm going to go back on my sheet here. And as I list my I round, the case size, again, is 15 5-pound averages. I will list the 15 5-pound averages right here. I'm going to walk through this now for you. My product is my I round choice, and again has that NAMP number of 117C. My case size is 15 5-pound average. That means I have 15 5-pound pieces. It is $2.92 per pound. I'm also going to take this number here and just record it. What I did was I copied it. I'm going to go ahead and put this right after here so that I can reference it later on. Now to continue with the other information. We do know the cost per unit, again, $2.92 per pound. Might as well keep the full amount there. The case cost, here we have our I round. It has an estimated cost for us of our case of $233.88. You'll notice on our requisition, 15 5-pound averages were ordered. 15 5-pound averages is the case. So our case cost, estimated case cost, again, we can just enter here. Now some of these will definitely not be that simple. Here you have the flank steaks. I'm asking for 12 2-pound average steaks. Again, each flank steak is going to be about 2 pounds. I'm looking for 12 pieces. Research and look on your Cisco price sheet to find it and go through the same process as above. Some of these here you'll notice a T-bone steak is 20 individual steaks, each of them being 14 ounces. You'll need to find that price and that exact item on the list and record that information. After you completed and determined the cost for each of the items, again, as we've done in the past, I'm looking for you to total the cost of the entire requisition here that's going to the meat kitchen. All of this will be circling back when we start talking about inventory. Continuing on, your next step is to prepare a purchase order. So while you're determining the cost of the actual items that are being ordered from within your department, I'm asking you now to prepare the order that you would place with your vendor directly. Here you'll need to include your items. I'm asking you to include that number. Remember when I referenced copying and saving that UPC number? You'll have to reference the case size, the cost, the number of cases ordered, and then extend out the actual cost. If you have one case ordered, these two items, the case cost and estimated cost, will be the same. However, this is a case cost for one. If you end up ordering 3 cases, you will take the case cost times 3 to get your estimated case cost. After you've recorded all the items and the total estimated cost of the cases on the right, I'm looking for you to total this up altogether. How much is your invoice going to be when it comes in the door? Again, this would vary on the actual weights of the meat, and that's why everything is priced per pound, but we are using the estimated case cost, so we should be able to determine what type of damage we think this order is going to do for us. Now remember, not everything is going directly to the meat department. We are going to have some products left over. On the last page of the assignment, there's a bonus section. This is optional for you to complete, but I think valuable to do. It is worth an extra 10 points on top of the 25 this assignment is worth. In this section, I want you to explore and document what inventory you have left after issuing the products the meat kitchen has requisitioned. In the first column, you'll list the item. Let's take our first product, the I round. They ordered 15 pieces, we got in 15 pieces. That's not something that's going to be left over. But are there flank steak left over? If so, we're going to write the flank steak. We're going to record that number that we have above. The original case size, well, that determines which flank steak case you were purchasing in. And what does that cost? What was the case cost originally? How many units are left that are now in inventory? And what is the estimated value of those units? How much are those flank steaks worth in your inventory? And then, totaling it up at the bottom, how much was added to inventory that was coming from that delivery that you just brought in? I'd like you to work through this assignment and, of course, ask questions as you need. You can email me directly or join in on any of the Zoom sessions to ask your questions live. Thank you.